So we're going to pick up where we left off, and I'm doing my refactor at the moment, so let's keep moving forward. Let me check out where I left yesterday. If I look here at my tests, I have these 8 tests. Let's run them. Yeah, I have YouTube playing for me right now. There you go. And you can see that everything's working, so that's great. So where I left off was, if I look here at my entities, when I was looking at modules, we had allie.chat, we had our library here, and we were cranking through our domain entities. And I believe where we left off was on these channels and servers. I think you needed to write in your tests. You need to complete the data access layer for channels and servers and write tests. So if I look at the data access layer in here for allie.chat, which is under data access layer services, you said that you needed to finish this. If you look at your tests, let's see which ones that we still need. Okay, we're going to take streams here, and I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to change this now to be called channels or something, right? Let's do this first one here as servers. So it's this, and we have get servers asynchronous here. Now, for this to work, what we are going to do is we're going to create a context. We're going to create this unit of work. We're going to create the data access layer. We're going to create a new account. We have to register this here. So now we're going to do a var servers original equals await my data access layer. No, isn't the video on demand going on YouTube so you can't have music? That's correct. So I have it for me today, but not on stream. So servers original is the data access layer here, which is just DAL dot, and then you should have something here called get servers asynchronous. And it should have an account ID here, which is account.id. So we want to say assert.is equal, or are equal, and we want to say that servers original dot count, and we want to say 0, and we want to say assert.is not null. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get this thing just right here. Okay. And so now, if we're asserting that this is not null of my server's original, that should be it. And now what we want to do is we need to add one. So we're going to do a var server equals new server. And we need to specify one. So we'll say Twitch. And it's going to have a channel ID equals a good.newGood.toString. I was wondering because you asked if we should have music. Yes, sometimes I do play music though as well. Okay, channels here. We don't have any channels yet. We have a name equals good. We can just go ahead and copy this. The next one here is provider equals, we need to get our provider here. So we can do var provider equals await my data. We're going to do a unit of work dot providers dot get asynchronous s, where my s dot name is equal to Twitch. Is not null provider. Okay. This needs to be a single or default. Then we have path server here. We don't have any of those defined. We have provider ID, I don't care. We have routes channels. Let me look at this real quick. You have here on your server something called routes channels. And then on your server, you have something here called path server. So you should be able to, on server Twitch, get rid of this. Okay. And now what you want to do is you need to insert this, right, into the table. So it's going to be your unit of work dot server twitch dot add a new server. It's insert, I'm sorry. And then you need to save on that. Assert dot is are equal, and we want to say, do I have one which is like is true or something like that? And my condition here is going to be await my unit of work dot saved asynchronous. And now what you want to do is you want to do var servers equals await your data access layer dot get servers asynchronous from my account ID. So the reason why that this isn't done yet is you also need to have a var path equals, and now it's going to be if you look at this server Twitch, it has a number of these paths server on it, as well as this number of channels. So it's called a path server. Which is a server and a path on it. So that means that this has a route, which is a new route, teen or routed. So we'll make one which is a new routine, which is a true paths. I don't care. Path type equals integer of my path type dot. I think it's called a route type. Path type value equals your path type dot routing dot to string, and then you have a stream here. I don't think you've made a stream for this, have you? So that would take care of that one and paths there. So here, you need to save, and now what you're going to do is you're going to have a var stream equals a new stream. And you're going to have an account ID equals account.id. And a active equals true, and command sets don't matter, account don't matter, has don't matter, name equal to a GUID.new GUID.toString. This equals your generate token or whatever that is. So we could just say GUID.new GUID.toString. Same thing for this one here. And then we're going to save that. So now it's a unit of work dot streams dot insert stream assert dot is true await my unit of work dot save asynchronous. Okay. And now what you need to do is your stream dot routes. So you need to make a new routing like that. And now you're going to do a unit of work dot routine dot insert routine, and you're going to assert dot is true await save changes again. And now finally you can create your stupid path here, which is going to be your route equals routing, server equals server, and now what you should be able to do is unit of work dot paths server dot add, and then you want to do a assert dot is true of my await unit of work dot save asynchronous. And now I should be able to get my servers a second time here. Assert is not null servers, and then we want to say assert dot are equal, and we want to say servers dot count 1. And now you want to say for each var server in servers, you want to say if my check for valid result, you want to assert dot is true check for valid result of my server. And then after all that is said and done, now you've added all that. Now what you want to do is you need to do a unit of work dot paths server dot delete path. Then you have unit of work dot routing dot delete routing, and then you had a unit of work dot streams dot delete stream, and then you had a unit of work dot accounts dot delete account. So now you want to say assert is not null is true, and you want to say await unit of work dot save asynchronous, and that should be the end of your test. Okay, you can get rid of this one, and this one, and this one for now. Because you're changing this one here to be a server PTO, and this one is a server view model. So drained, says summon game dev. La la la. Or is that LA? You must be tired. You have a generate token, I'm pretty sure. I do. It's in the data access layer though, not in the test. So it says that this server view model requires a type of channel, so that's fine. So I think that you are actually making this a Twitch server. So you're going to say if your result is not null of your channel ID and it's not null of your name, and then we're going to say result.provide channels does not equal to null, and pass does not equal to null, and result dot provider does not equal to null. Then you want to return true, otherwise you want to return false, and you'll do the same thing here, except these ones aren't here. Okay, we'll build that. I'm playing around with UI's for UI system. The more I learn, the more I like it. Tell me about it, the UI system. Because I know Unity's pretty well. Unity's reminds me of HTML stuff. Hey, let's run this. It's running. I'm not expecting this one to pass on the first run. And yet it did. Okay. So the next one here was this one, which is called get server asynchronous here. And what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing here. Let me just look in here. This one's a get server, so we'll just paste this stuff in here. And we're going to say that this is right here when we are getting our server's original. That's not the one. We're inserting this account. Then I'm making a server Twitch. I'm inserting it here. I'm making a stream. I'm inserting it here. I'm making a routing because here I finally have created my new path server. I insert it, and now this should be a get server asynchronous, just one. And if I look at my data access layer, you should have a get server Twitch asynchronous and Discord asynchronous. Right here, get server Twitch asynchronous, right? And this thing has to be my ID here, which has to be server.id, and your account ID. And now what you're saying is for each server and server's Twitch, then what you want to do is you want to check to make sure that it's valid. So it's not even that, it's just this, and then this one. And that's it. Looks like I got these a little backwards here, so let's move this one up down here like this. This one is get servers with an S. And this one was like that with just one. The thing is that this one is actually servers Twitch external, so we'll make another copy of this thing. And now what I can do is I can get rid of this one like that. And this is get server Twitch asynchronous. Looks like I went too far. Hold on. This one here. UE4 is a heart. Some game says there's a lot of layout stuff. I don't know it very well, so serializer, anchoring, and such a suite. Key says, just got drag and drop working very easily. Nice. The anchor system's nice. Yeah, I think Unity's got a similar anchor system. I like that as well. I created 500 widgets and used mining and all that, and it doesn't affect the frame rate at all. 500 widgets, well. Is this the Matrix? Well, 500 widgets, but then others. Hey, Hamburger Missiles, no tea, welcome. How are you doing today? Still, that's a lot. Using a loop to generate widgets for a list, 500. It's for team builder. It is for the team builder that I'm putting together, so you can build teams for creatures that you can battle. So what are you making? I'm pretty sure I've been to your stream multiple times, but I don't remember. Making an open world creature battling game. You recruit creatures throughout the world to fight for you. You can build teams with them. You can also fight in the arena in a PvP style fight. Sounds great. Oh my god, my typing today. Yeah, I need the UI working and then finish the server client communications. Once I'm done with that, it will be a 100% design and art stuff. That's cool, man. It's coming along. It's coming along pretty well. This thing here is my service twits external data access layer. So why is this thing upset at me? Like that. And that's all it's going to have. And so then back over on servers external, your second one here goes away. This one. And so this one here will be my create. So we can run this one in a minute. So this is a create here for create server Twitch, right? And we actually want to just copy and paste this one again. Okay. And so now when I create this, we're doing all of the same stuff here. Not this one. Not that one. Because it's not this way. It's a await your data access layer dot create server Twitch asynchronous, and we're going to pass over this new request, which is a channel ID and a name, and then an account ID, which is like that. And this is going to be from the server.channel ID. Let's change this to be server ID. Now I wonder if you could just do like a mapper.map, one of those, to my server account.id. I don't think you have a mapper in here. No, let's not even worry about that. You do. So it's up here. var mapper equals create auto mapper. And then you're going to insert this here, and then, oh, it's already been done. And then you're going to var view model equals this. And now you want to do a assert.is not null of my view model. And then you want to do assert.is true my check for valid result of the view model. And then if it is, then what you want to do is all of your deletes. Is that, and the only things that you have to delete are your I guess you're not ever deleting that, are you? So this needs to be a servers Twitch delete my server. You also need to delete your account, and that's it. Now, if you look back here when you're deleting these ones, I don't think you're deleting that channel. What was that called? Server Twitch. Like that. Okay, let's build it. I already called create automapper. I call it here. Thank you. Good eye. Okay, and now we can look at the test and we can say, okay, here's our create. This one's probably going to fail. It did, and then the get probably should pass. Okay, so they both failed, so let's take a look why. So we'll debug on this one. Okay, you're getting this server here. So you're going to make an account, you insert it. That looks fine. It saves. You're going to get your original servers, which should be nothing. Now you're going to try to create this server and insert it. You're going to save it. Okay, it didn't like this because... So what if you just did provider ID is equal to provider.id? And this is because you have to have a record in servers too, right? Hold on. Why would that be failing? All right. Okay, let's see here. Hey there, Summon Game Dev. Thank you so much there for that cheer for 100 bits. Thank you, dude. Keith, I appreciate that. Says, I need some coffee. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. They are fun. These are new things for me. Still fail here. Try it again. You probably get rid of this one entirely. Wait for it to kick here. There it is. Now we're going to take a look. It's going to say that my provider, we have one. So it creates this thing, and now it's going to try to insert this. It does. Tries to save it, and it fails on the save. Because it's not inserting a record into the other table? Is that why? Let's see. Why is this failing? There it is. Let's see what the exception is on my local. An error occurred. If I look at my inner exception, invalid column name server. Oh, stupid, Rob. Okay, this is an easy fix. In your entity, you need to collapse everything here and then look at your client for your web API. We're going to set this external as my startup project. Go to the package manager console and we'll add a migration here. We're going to say name change for server ID. And then let's go to the modules under allie.chat for the libraries, and we need to change in here under server. Server Discord has something here called a server ID. Server ID. Interesting choice of language here. That's fixed. And then here by Discord. Discriminator, like that, okay. Looks fine. And then if we look here at the view model, we have this as the server ID. Discriminator, okay. Same thing here. Server ID, like that. Okay, that looks better. And then finally here in requests, you have to look at server Discord create request because this is called a server ID. And that's it. This one here. Looks good. Okay, so back in this is now selected, this web API, and if I look at the package manager console, I made a new snapshot, so we need to update the database. Server Twitch DTO is wrong? Server Twitch DTO is wrong. Where do you see it as being wrong? Oh, thank you. Good eye, good eye, good eye. Okay, where did it go? This is what I'm looking for. Okay, let's make an update here. And we'll look at the domain under entity code first, and we need to remove this migration. Now we need to do a add migration, and it's called a net. And also channel ID should be server ID. Well, I want it to be channel ID in that case because it is actually, the nomenclature specifies that Twitch is called a Twitch channel, but I'm calling that a server in allie.chat. Because of the similarities between Discord, Guild, which is also known as a server, to keep our verbiage consistent. Jargon's a real thing. Okay, let that run. And in the meantime, we can set everything back here. Okay, the difference is you're in your seed here. You have to change these to be server ID. And if you look at your channel, now this one's called a channel ID, so that's fine. You're not changing that. And you didn't change those two. So back here, we can delete that one more time, and then we'll just re-update. You didn't change the summary, but change the property? Yeah. Yeah, that was intentional, though. Okay, let that run. See, channel ID provided by Twitch. That's correct. Even though it is a server. I saw something right here. A server Twitch update request. No, that's fine. Okay, okay. We'll close out here out of all of this stuff and go back to the test. We can now delete this stuff and do this. I want to now double check to make sure server ID does not exist in which table? I need to look here at configuration. Servers Twitch, server ID. Server Discord, server ID. Okay, one more time here. We'll delete this. I see now what you were saying. That one's fine. Back here, we need to add migration, call this init. Okay, we'll update this. Okay, everything ran, so we can start all the projects again and try to build it. Everything built. Now we can look at our tests, and I want to run my get. Just a second. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Let me take a look why this thing is still failing. Alrighty. Serializer says I'll be back. I gotta walk the dog. Sounds good, man. See you in a little bit. Let's run it again. Okay, it steps through. We create the account. That worked. We create servers original, that's fine. We create providers, that's fine. We're going to insert that server, that worked. We're going to create a stream, we insert the stream, we create a routing record, that works. We create a path, that works. We save it. Now we're going to try to get this server Twitch here. And that's where it fails. So if I look, do I have a map? I'm mapping server Twitch view model. So if I looked back at in the test, for base test, I should have server Twitch. Server Twitch create request. Okay, now we can try it again. Also, then that means that in the external web API, you have something in your Unity config for this. Server Twitch. Okay, we'll try it again. We'll just let it run. Oh, that Keith. And that one ran. And now we'll try our create. And we were a little concerned that this one was going to fail, so let's see why. We create the account. We make a provider. We create this view model. And this is where, so create server Twitch asynchronous came back null. Because it actually is trying to hit my Twitch credential right now. So this needs to actually be a valid channel for this to work with valid credentials. So that's okay. We can leave that as it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in my solution, down here under my tests, going to look at my data access layer. We want to look at this Twitch, and we'll copy and paste it again and change this one to Discord. Let's just crank through this one real quick here. Okay, and so you're going to create this account. We don't need the server's originals. We're getting that. Because this is only one server, so we actually don't need this now, or that. This is a server Discord. Channels, OAuth token equals GUID.new GUID.string. Let's see, path server, don't care about provider. I got refresh token equals GUID.new GUID, not toString. Channels I don't care about, channels Discord. So why does this have two? You have something here called channels Discord on a server Discord, and then your server has a number of channels on them already, right? So this is wrong. Like that. Servers Discord. And let me check now in my libraries just to make sure that we didn't emulate that again. Yeah, see, we're good. It's just the entity. And we're going to create this new stream. Because here, you're going to try to get this get server Discord asynchronous. And then you're going to delete this from servers Discord. And now you need to look at this one. And result dot, what else do you have in here? OAuth token and result dot refresh token and result dot server ID. And result dot channels does not equal to null, and my result dot paths does not equal to null, and result dot provider does not equal to null, and that's it. I don't care about all that. It says I have different versions of Newtonsoft. Let's fix that real quick. First it said that my identity model, I had different versions in there, and I do. So we want to change that over to 1.131. And then the other one is Newtonsoft, if it'll let me have control again. Come on there. Looks good. The other one was Newtonsoft, right? Oh, crap. No, it's 1.31. 1.131. Stupid eyes. And then we'll use the search here once we get control again. Okay, and then we can do JSON. And we're going to look here because we should see something has the wrong version. Or not. Okay. So all this looks pretty good, and now we can try our tests. Let's run this one here. Nothing. Let's debug it. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's also because in your base test you didn't uncomment server Discord here. And also the subs. So this one like that, channel Discord. I wonder if you have to put anything in there for channel, but probably not. Because like you don't have anyone in there for server. So any of those that have the DTOs, I don't think we need to have those in there. So now we can run that one more time. And it worked. Okay. So we already wrote this one, so let's just make sure that this one works. This was for the Discord, right? Create server Discord asynchronous. You're going to create your auto mapper here. You're going to create a new server Discord. And we can just save this because we'll need this a few times here. We're going to set the properties so that we don't have bad properties. And then you're going to create server Discord asynchronous with your let's go ahead and just chunk this stuff in where it goes. How do you have server ID on this for your create request? Which is just this then, right? And then channels, so that's fine. And then you're going to check that, and then you're going to delete your unit-of-work.servers.find get by ID asynchronous, and we want to get my viewModel.id. And then you'll delete it right there. We'll build. Like that. Oops. It's like, that won't make sense. Let's run it. Not yet. Okay, so we'll fix that one right now. Concha says, Born to be Reborn. Welcome back. How are you? It's good to see you again, Born to be Reborn. How goes it this fine morning? Let's let this thing crank. Are you still streaming on live coding? Negative. They changed their model and then I left. They wanted exclusive rights. Looks like that didn't take, so let's debug it. I guess I just clicked run, not debug. Here it goes. Create our auto mapper, create our context, add this. I see. Yeah, when they changed their model, I left because I'm all about community. Okay, I want to check to see. I want to make sure I'm not passing anything that I shouldn't. We're fine. Everything looks good. And then we're going to check for a valid result, and it's okay. And then we're going to get this ID here. Ah. Such a dumb mistake. You mean exclusive rights to your code to my projects so that I couldn't broadcast on other platforms, and then also it wouldn't, you have to sign up for an account to watch anybody, you have to pay monthly to watch anybody, and then none of that makes its way into my pocket. They're trying to incentivize it to get it there, but my idea is that, I mean, nobody owns rights to this. I signed on as affiliate with Twitch right after that, so, and they only take a 24-hour licensing with it, and then it's released back to me. So I mean, yeah, it was not the best end. So that one worked. Okay, the next one here that we need is, let me look at my web API, because you've already figured out on your I don't think you've updated this yet. You haven't. So you still have to do your web API on this. So let's do our first one, which will be servers. If you look at your data access layer, for servers, I don't really have anything here except for get servers, this one. Because this server DTO is only going to have the name of the server. It doesn't even tell me who it's provided by. So I feel like we can actually scrap this whole controller. But if we look here at servers Discord controller, because it's building off of this, we can actually comment these all out. But then on this one, you have get servers Discord asynchronous, right? And this is a server's Discord response. And then this is the data access layer. Get servers Discord asynchronous of my account ID, which is var account equals await your data access layer dot get account of my user dot identity dot get user ID. And so now if account does not equal to null, then you want to do this here. Like that. Which means this one here is get I don't know what this one's all about. We don't care. This one is just getting one channel. So this is a server. Get server Discord asynchronous, right? Server Discord response. And right here, you're saying that when you pass this in, it better be a GUID, because like that. To do this here, you need to get your account. So you're going to do a var account equals await your data access layer dot get account of your user dot identity dot get user ID. If my account does not equal to null, then you want to get this out. Then what you want to do is set this here to be an account, like that. Okay. And then that means that that one goes away, like that. So we have two more here. We have a create server Discord asynchronous. Like that. And then the last one that you have is a delete. Like that. So we are going to finish this one up here. So right here, where you're doing your try, again, you have to get your account. Get account from my user identity dot get user ID. If my account does not equal to null, then you're going to do this as the server. Account.id. Like that. This one is your update. Like that. And then this is account.id. And then this one here is server. So you have to do a var account equals your data await your data access layer dot get account async of my user dot identity dot get user ID. If my account does not equal to null, then you want to do this. Okay. And then the final one is the delete. delete server Discord asynchronous. Like that. And we need to do the var account equals your data get account of your user dot identity dot get user ID. If my account does not equal to null, then what you want to do is this. And this will be a server, and this one will be a server. The only thing that this one wants is that GUID. And it is a not string dot is null or white space of the ID and GUID dot try parse of the ID out var GUID. Like that. And then finally, because this is on server's controller, you have to make sure that this thing has on it authorize. Okay, now we'll take a look at our errors. One error. So here you're going to say if you are successfully able to delete this, then what you want to do is you want to create this response just okay. That makes it better. Let's build it. And now we have 4 that have succeeded. So if I look here at my tests, let's just check this one more time and we're going to run everything. All right. So guys, I got to take a short break. I'll be back here in like 12 to 13 minutes. I'll put it on the clock. If you have any questions, make sure you put them into the channel. We've got a really, active and supportive community. Also, all the videos for this project since the very beginning are up at youtube.pixelhorrorstudios.com. I'll turn on a little Christmas music and we'll be back here in about 13 minutes. Thanks for staying with me and I'll see you in just a little bit.